Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our general monthly angel reading for the month of May 2023. So, before we begin, I'd just like to extend a warm welcome to all of you who are returning to this monthly series and to anyone who is new to our community for the very first time. So the month of April, and it was definitely an intense month, and be interested to see where we're going in this month, especially energetically. Um, Before we get into all of that, I'd just like to invite you to subscribe, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, and to leave comments. Especially if you feel inspired to do so. It will make a great contribution, not only to yourself, um, to sort of take a moment to share the thoughts that have opened up for you. Um, and those thoughts and ideas are guidance from your angels. So do not discredit your own wisdom as you're listening, but to also um, offer it as a prompt for others to either confirm their own thoughts and ideas as they were listening, or to open a window where they might start to receive their own divine prescriptions. So please know that whatever you share is important. I'd also like to make you aware, if you're looking for an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services, and you can select the first time promotional offer if you're a first time client. That's available. And there are other um, readings available that might suit your needs. Also, if you'd like to just contribute to my channel, you can go to my PayPal me link. Of course, the my website and all the links that I'm going to refer to, they're in the description area below this video. So just go there to connect automatically. But if you'd like to just contribute, my PayPal me link is there for you to do so. Okay. And I will be working on the monthly angel scopes, which are the 12 videos for each sign of the zodiac. But I will probably get into it next week. Um, Hopefully, I'm in the middle of a roommate search. And so thank you all for your prayers as some things have seemingly resolved themselves. And so I'll be working on that while trying to do this as well. So I will try to get them out to you. All right, and let's take a look at the format here. So the card in the center is going to be a message from the guardian angel that you'll be working with, we'll all be working with in this month, with the energies that are going to be moving through. And the cards on the left and the right are going to be a message from your guardian angel. And so this card will be from the Major Arcana and will highlight the major themes, lessons, influences, etc., that are shaping the experiences you're seeing in your day-to-day awareness, which is represented by the Minor Arcana card, and hopefully will show us ways to work with that energy. So we've been experiencing major shifts. I mean, last month we definitely had an incredible shift. Um, and one of the things that I feel has happened is that we no longer have access to the old paradigm. Although I've mentioned that you might experience sort of a phantom limb-like experience, meaning your ego will be throwing things at you, memories, but you're truly safe, safer than you've ever been in any experience in your life or lifetime. This is the transition um, period has really um, the foundation of that has really established itself in the new paradigm. But now we're at the beginning, and we're having to learn so much about how this reality functions. And it's very simple, but it's complicated from where we're coming from because we had to do so much, we thought, to be in control. We had to manipulate, we had to intimidate, we had to present ourselves in such a way that many times did not feel very authentic to us. And they're writing in front of me um, the tower card. They just write the word tower. So this is what you're what we've been experiencing and what we're going to continue to experience is sort of like, an implosion of all of that old stuff that we um, that built us up like this tower that could not be toppled over. But it was all a false reality. We don't need to arm ourselves because you already are the protection, the light, the clarity that you need. It's about now surrendering to all of that, being willing to lose to your heart. And that is to say, your heart's agenda, which is just love. They're writing respect, compassion, peace, harmony. And this is the challenge that we're all experiencing right now because it seems like everything is getting more difficult. And I just wrote the word teamwork in front of us. Um, we have not been working as a team. We've actually, the right word support, we've been supporting each other less because we've been getting more and more isolated and drawn into the matrix of the external economy, which is making us all, has made us all focus more on surviving and you surviving alone and believing that we have to do whatever it takes in order to get ahead or not to be taken advantage of. And this kind of work is exhausting. And so, if you're feeling symptoms of exhaustion or extreme frustration or confusion, it's because you are trying to connect to that old paradigm, to that old method, and it was never sustainable. You were always going to feel as though you were chasing something or running away from something. It was an endless cycle because every attempt to be in control was at the cost of something else or someone else. So now we see how our planet, the consequences of our actions on our planet and the climate, the consequences of our actions on our society and the economy and so many facets of our lifestyles are taking the hit, and they seem to be taking it in extreme measures because the more we try to fix the problems. Now, just imagine that, even that statement, and we've been saying it for eons of time, got to fix the problem. Why do we want to fix the problem. If something's a problem, you need to let it go. You need to put it down. You need to get away from that problem. You don't need to fix the problem. You want to implement solutions. And just think about the energy of that, wrestling with problems to fix them, when you could just be implementing solutions. Now, solutions will not come to you because you focused on the problem. Solutions are completely outside of this realm of problems. Problems operate on a low frequency and solutions on a high frequency. They are nowhere in the same vicinity of the other. And that is why, as we are going through and struggling through our problems and our issues, we feel so alone, so separated from something we know belongs to us. And we can't do it without each other. We can't get to those solutions without one another, without the teamwork, without the support. We have to participate in the team and we have to also have support. Because one, all of our relationships are a relationship with the self. They are a reflection of what's going on, what you're creating and thinking and believing, and the energy that you're putting out there, meaning that you're projecting out there. So everyone in your life is a part of your team, and they're a part of your support as well. So when you only look for the people who agree with you, or only the people who validate you, you will remain stuck in your issues and problems because you are neglecting your entire team of support that is helping you to see what it is that you're creating. You are a divine instrument, and at the core of your being and purpose is creation. You create as you choose what to view, what you choose to involve yourself in, what you choose to think about. You create. Now, in the writing that I did this week, what was so fascinating that came up is this awareness of the past, the present, and the future. The past is always sort of lingering with us, even right now in this moment. The everything that the past, the culmination of the past, is what you probably are experiencing in your present moment. The future is based upon what you decide to do next in the present. The soberness of your awareness or the lack of it. So they were speaking about the present moment. Your physical body is always present, but the other aspects of you may not be, emotionally or mentally or spiritually. Well, spiritually, I would say you probably are, but mentally and emotionally, you may not always be there. And that's because if you are stuck in a loop or a cycle of some kind of negativity, then that cycle means that in the present, you are just replaying the same beliefs, the same patterns, and the same paradigm that your past presented as lessons for you to work through, but you resisted them. And so, in order to truly be in the present, you have to be of a sober mindset and a sober awareness, viewing the world, your reality, from your higher self's perspective. This is where solutions are oriented. And this level of awareness is an eternal present time. So your soul, your higher self, is always living in the present. Doesn't live in the past or the future. It lives in the present, and it is always creating the choices that will provide you peace, harmony, and cooperation in your life. And that is why your spiritual practice and how you approach your circumstances in order to become aware of your truth. So you first want to have clarity, because clarity is the only way to reach that point. And once you have that clarity, then whatever choice you make as your next step, that step will be from that your higher self's present awareness. And only that kind of present awareness of the higher self can decide the kind of future that you will have that is completely free of the cycles of the past. So the higher self's perspectives and its solutions offer you freedom. As it has been said, the truth will set you free. And now this is the greatest clarification to this point in time that I've been able to offer you about what that really means. The truth will set you free. But you must first seek clarity and obtain what they're calling a sober awareness in order to really be in the present moment and therefore be able to make choices that completely change the direction of your life, that completely liberates you from a cycle of survival and places you in awareness of thriving. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Archangel that we're working with for this month. Oh, Archangel Haniel. So Archangel Haniel, fans the flames of any she fans the flames of any desire that you have. The card says, seek soul satisfaction, fan a flame of inner happiness. So she can help you to get to really discover what brings soul satisfaction to you. And one of the ways is to get in the habit of this practice, which I mentioned some time ago, is to really focus on your soul's economy versus the economy of the external world. Because it's always telling you that you don't have enough. It's telling you that things are out of balance. And that's only because you are. You've given away your power. And so when you think about your soul's economy, you think about what your body needs and what gives your soul joy and true happiness. These are the only things, well, this is the platform through which you should be spending. You should not spend a dime or penny more on anything that your soul's economy has not agreed to or that is not in alignment with it. We need a balance. And it's so hard just to think about it on this basic level. It's hard for us to have time or to know how to enjoy time with just ourselves. Because this external economy is telling you and all of us that we need this and 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 we need this. You don't have it. You need it, you don't have it. Therefore, until you get it, you'll never be happy. So, how many New Year's resolutions are about just that very same thing? All right. I don't have this, and so this year I gotta have this, and that means I've succeeded. And there goes your freedom. Everything that you need is already who you are. It is within you. Your joy comes from within. Your peace comes from within. Your unconditional love comes from within. It all has to come from within. It has to start there. And it has to know that it starts, it exists, and it ends, and it returns, and it begins again from that place. It's only then that you can really discern what to bring into your life to truly complement who you are. Because the other way around, you learn that you are what you think you are lacking and that you need. You believe that you can only be happy once those things are acquired. That's really what the underlying belief is. I am nothing. I have no value or worth until I am able to carry out these actions or to achieve these goals. You don't chase the world. I know it seems like we're walking and moving about as though we're trying to get towards things. Everything is coming towards you. It's like walking on those floor escalators, and you, but backwards. Walking in the wrong direction. So it's like everything's coming to you. You're just walking. You're standing energetically always in the same spot, but everything is coming towards you as you desire it or as you focus upon it. You start a gravitational you have a gravitational field just like all the stars and the planets and the universe. You are made up of that same energy. So therefore you have a gravitational field and you're constantly attracting to you everything that you are thinking about or brooding about. And so what you need to focus on is the joy, the peace, and what will give that to you through the choices that you make. It's your attitude, I would say primarily, that you have to adjust. in order to have those things. So in relationships or whatever it is, people can trigger us. Well, they can, but they don't have to. You allow it. And if you adjusted your attitude about the source of your joy and your peace, and then listen to your heart and be willing to lose to your heart. Because the thing is, we feel like if we don't win in the external world, we don't win the fight, then we're losers. No, you're losers when you believe that that is so. Because the external world is shifty, it's impermanent, and you cannot count on it in that way. It's only reflecting your inconsistency within yourself. And so you have to know and be able to manifest joy within, peace within, by determining for yourself this, what you are willing, how far you're willing to go, boundaries. So that if someone starts an argument with you, do you engage? Or do you say to yourself, I do not need to win this, but my peace is my greatest treasure. And so you decide to lose that external fight in order to retain your peace. You decide to love that person as many times as it takes to love them, for them to know that they are loved, for them to also be at peace and stop warring with the world outside of them, to show them that compassion is more powerful than aggression and dominance. Because once you believe it, you stopped attracting it. You stop attracting people who want to be problematic in your life. The solutions from within are simple, and once you master them, they are sustainable in and of themselves because they come from truth. They come from an eternal truth and present awareness. And you don't have to work at it any longer because you now, it was always about you getting the truth. As soon as you get the truth is expressed all around you. So call upon Archangel Haniel to fan the flames of anything that gives your heart and soul satisfaction, or anything that you truly do. Just ask her, and she will fan the flames of that and help it to grow. She will help it, your dream or your desire, that to increase for you. All right, let's take a look at the card for, okay. So this is interesting because it's titled here, The Dreamer. So new beginnings, the energy of this month is giving us a sense of just renewal, fresh starts, being able, like a clean slate. But it's all up to you, because here you can either listen to your angels and follow your heart, and remember to call upon your guardian angel. Your guardian angel holds the book of your life, the checks and balances through all lifetimes. And remember to request of your guardian angel to help you to be aware of your divine potential in this moment, to help activate your heart with with the purpose and potential that is ready for this moment. Okay? Because you can either choose to listen to your heart or that phantom ego experience. But with these two cards together, I love it because it's like whatever dreams that you have right now that you want to set off or begin or initiate or launch, this is the time that the angels can really help you with that. So they're writing health. Some of you might want to be making some um, healthy health lifestyle changes for your health, whether it's diet or exercise or all combinations of things, relaxation, more time, creative time, because these things are good for your health. You know, spending time um, with a hobby or taking more time off or, um, creating more time in your day to relax. All of these things will change the quality of your life. And these are the kinds of things that are easy to do, they're simple, and they're life changing. And they affirm that your peace, your happiness, and your health, all of this is about self care and knowing, being smart about what battles to pick or not to, to maintain this good quality of life. I don't know, they wrote the word people, and I feel like it's almost like, we have to pay attention. We put we have a lot of people in our lives, maybe too many people that we focus on, you know, what's the priority? Who is important? Who is supposed to be in your life? Who are you really meant to share your life with versus those who are just sort of, I like to call them the background. And sometimes we let those kind of people get into our lives when they don't deserve the space there. And pay attention to background people because to me, they lack a light in their eyes. There's a lack of a connection from the heart. So make sure you're listening and following your heart. Make sure that your heart is activated before you, and that the two of you have a heart activation before you engage them in conversation or anything, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so we have the nine of air. And it's almost like there's two different things here. Now, you can allow things to worry you and allow things to just sort of really get into your head. Okay. Um, I don't know why I'm seeing. I'm not going to say what it is, but um, that's weird. Don't let health issues sort of throw you off. Okay. So, guys, why did you do that? Okay. So it's not a health issue that I'll just say it. I'm not going to say what it is, but they showed me as sexually an STD. So don't let things like that throw you off, all right, and have you spiral into some kind of guilt or whatever it might be. However, let it do not judge anyone, okay? Just let it be what it needs to be to you, which is to say that you found out that someone was not loyal to you and that it's possibly that it's been on your mind and you've ignored the signs And this will make it easy for you to know that you were right and to move on, to sever that connection and just move on, because that person is not going to change. Okay? So I don't know why they brought that specifically up, but there might be many other kinds of examples. And I think what they're trying to say is that some of the things that we're going to experience that's going to create a lot of worry. So we have all this wonderful energy, but the thing is that we've been getting in our way and we're allowing other things to get in our way. And so you're going to be getting like real time feedback that might cause you a little bit of stress. But if you try to fix the problem instead of doing what's right for you, which is to say, listen to your heart. Don't, let's just use this as an example. Don't argue with this person, shame them, berate them for this. Thank them for showing you who they are and now giving you the clarity to choose who you want to be and what kind of life and where and with whom you wish to have a harmonious and peaceful life with. And so, whatever comes up in this month, be aware that it is important. If something is challenging you in a way, it is important for you to face it, to see it with your light, and then cut that pattern off or cut that cycle off in your life and make a sober decision of what to choose next. Your free will is your freedom. But if it's under the influence, and I'm going to use that phrase on purpose because the ego, when we act with the ego, we are under the influence. You are not sober. You are intoxicated. And all the choices that you make under the influence or while intoxicated are going to perpetuate the cycle. So you may say to yourself, well, I made this decision. I found a plan. I came with a plan, blah, 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 and it didn't work. This is why our plans don't work. God doesn't thwart your plans. Your plans are made under the influence. And the laws of attraction in the universe, the karma, points it out to you. So you've got to find the sober approach. The sober approach. Only the truth can set you free. Only the truth can set you free. And so be not disheartened by the truth when it shows up. Don't be afraid of the truth. Don't lose sleep over the truth. And the truth can, in this instance, can show up not only just clarity, but like facts. So going back to the example, this STD, it's presenting a fact. Now you're gonna worry because what? Oh, oh, I'm being embarrassed. All kinds of things will come up. And this is for any issue that you're having. We we don't want people to think certain things. We don't, like if you realized, oh, I don't want to get divorced, or I don't want to break up with this person because, I may not be able to find somebody. All of these things, when you talk like this, when you put yourself down, you are under the influence. You're not having a sober, present awareness. So therefore, you will continue to repeat and repeat. And the message is to be willing to be a loser. if your heart's wisdom says to give up that fight so that you can be free to thrive. Your heart wants you to stop suffering. It wants you to stop surviving. Because there's no win in that path. It never will be. Even people at the top, they have to keep doing because they've compromised their integrity. They have to keep repeating the same cycles in order to stay there. So therefore, they may have all the money in the world, but they never feel safe. Why do you think they created the prisons? Because that is their torture. That there's a criminal out there and they think, oh, we put them all away, we blow them up or do whatever, and then there's another one that pops up, just like there's always somebody else better than them that pops up. And this can be on any level. You could be poor and there could be somebody worse than you and then somebody richer than you. It doesn't matter. If you're poor, you're rich to the person that's poorer than you. And that's where the universe perspective is equality exists. The thing that's making it seem like we're all being taken advantage of or we're struggling is because of the survival mentality. The survival mentality has you chasing or running away from. You're always chasing the next dollar. You're always worried about your job. This card right here. This is the action of survival. This is the core of what it means to be a survivor. It means you are a victim, and this is not the truth. So therefore, you will be under the influence and you will not be able to often enough tap into the truth that can set you free. This is why miracles seemingly don't happen often enough, because this, what I'm saying, holds you apart from this existence of miracles that are eternally offered and experienced. And we're down here in this lower frequency of survival, holding ourselves from it, playing these games, living to the external economy, making all of our decisions and plans based on this external model of society, ignoring our internal divine model of society. In the new paradigm, the foundation is love. It is the real power. And once you learn to lose to your heart, you will discover peace at first. And then many of the other wonderful attributes will follow. But you've got to be willing to lose to your heart. Don't listen to your mind and all that external stuff that's going on. That person's going to, because that's survival. That's the whole survival mechanism. You keep activating it and you're free. You're safe, but it's the phantom memories that you're allowing to trigger you to keep perpetuating something that's no longer necessary. And it won't work. It's going to be like the tower. It's going to get really crazy and funky and wonky if you keep trying to do that, go that route, because it doesn't exist. So it's going to feel like you're falling off a cliff, like our fool here looks like all, in most depictions. Ask Archangel Haniel to fan the flames of inner happiness for you. Ask your guardian angel to highlight your divine potential and to assist you by amplifying your heart's generosity, love, patience, compassion, and cooperation. So I send you lots of love for the month of May, and may God bless you.